What's up lads, Josh here and welcome back to yet another episode of FIFA 15 Ultimate Team Predictions. Today we are going to cover 5 more players that this guy has asked me to cover. 20 thumbs up, so obviously you guys obviously definitely want to see this one. But if you guys are looking to buy some coins, do be sure to check the link in the description for UT coins for you, selling for £4 on the Xbox and £5 on the PlayStation. Very cheap coins. Use the code JG94 to get an additional 5% off. But now let's get straight into this video and let's cover the 5 players that this guy has asked me to cover. Alrighty guys, talking about the first player in this episode now, we are going to talk about David Luiz recently transferring over to PSG, of course, for a 50 million sum. Absolutely crazy numbers for a defender in my opinion, but of course we've just signed Luke Shaw for 30 million, so I shouldn't really be saying that. But you know, David Luiz, I actually didn't expect him to move over to PSG. I thought he was going to stay at Chelsea for a few more years, but he's obviously stunned everybody and he's gone over to PSG now, so we won't get to see too much of him, of course, because, well, some people will because they watch that league and some people won't because they don't. But anyway, let's get straight into his stats. +1 pace, +1 shooting, +0 passing and dribbling, +1 defending and heading. And I think we're actually going to bump up his weak foot because I think it was 3-star on FIFA 14. So we're going to bump that up to 4-star weak foot because a lot of people were saying that he even deserves 5-star weak foot. But I thought that was going a little bit too far. So 4-star weak foot, and going to give him an 83 rated overall. And he would be a perfect link, of course, with Thiago Silva. So he is going to be absolutely insane on FIFA 15. Moving on to the next player, guys, we're going to talk about Neymar now. I'm actually going to be moving him up quite a lot because he did have a pretty awesome season for Barcelona. Somehow last year he played striker. I'm really not too sure if that was actually a thing or not because from this season he played I think it was 21 games out of 28 games predominantly on the left wing. So obviously moving his card over to the left wing again. He played 28 games this season, 13 goals and 11 assists. Pretty decent record for Barcelona, his first year at Barcelona, sorry. And I'm going to move him up to an 86 rated left wing, +1 pace, +3 shooting, +3 passing, +1 dribbling, +0 defending, and +2 heading. Would look like an absolutely awesome card, very similar to the one that he had. I think it was on FIFA 13 where he was on the left side, and yeah, I think it was 87 rated, 86 rated, 88 rated. I'm really not too sure, but it was something similar, and he was an absolutely awesome card to use. He was one of my favourite on FIFA 13, and of course keeping that 5-star weak foot and skill moves. Moving on to the next player, guys, we're going to talk about the second goalkeeper ever in this series, and it is going to be Manuel Neuer. I think the first one we talked about was Mignolet, and didn't really change too much about him because I'm not really too sure how to judge a goalkeeper. There's not too many stats to look at, but he did play 43 games for Bayern Munich this season, which obviously tells me that he has played, predominantly the most games, so obviously he's been doing something right. But just watching him against Germany yesterday against Algeria, how many times did he come out of his box? So this is probably going to be a lot of changes because of that game normally. But anyway, let's get straight into the stats. But I'm going to increase him to 87 rated overall. I think he does deserve that. I was going to attempt. Oh, I was really tempted to go to 88, but I thought that was a little bit too high for him. But +2 diving, +2 handling, +0 kicking, +3 reflex, +6 speed, and +2 positioning, keeping his weak foot and skill moves the same. And of course, the main reason for these changes, that speed one. Now, a lot of people are probably going to say, "Why have you increased it so much?" But how quick was he yesterday against Algeria? I mean, obviously it's for his country, but I mean that speed is not going to change if he was to do it again for Bayern Munich. So I thought that was a cool change to make because I mean he is so quick to get out of his box. I feel like he deserves most of these changes. On to the next player, guys, we're going to talk about Vincent Kompany. Now, had an absolutely awesome season for Man City, of course, winning the Barclays Premier League once again, which sucks to see from a Man United fan, but of course we weren't even close to contenders this season, but I think we'll be back for next season. Obviously already making a lot of good signings, sorry. But let's get straight into, of course, the stats for Kompany. We're going to change him up to an 87 rated centre-back. I feel that's what he deserves after having an absolutely awesome season for Man City, truly helping them out at the back every single game. +2 pace, +1 shooting, +1 passing, +2 dribbling, +1 defending, and +3 heading. Looks like an absolutely very OP card, to be honest, on FIFA 15, if that's what it looks like on the right. But he played 32 games, 5 goals and 1 assist. I think that's actually pretty cool to score 5 goals as a centre-back. I think most of them, of course, did come from heading, so that is the main reason for the +3 heading increase. And moving on to the final player of this episode, guys, we are going to talk about Hulk, currently playing in the World Cup, having a pretty decent World Cup at that, not the best, of course, but, for his stats, we're actually going to move it up to an 85 rated right wing. He had, I think he got 2 informs or 1 inform and a team this season for this FIFA, so he obviously played very, very well in terms of, EA thinking that he played well, but he actually played 31 games, 21 goals and 8 assists, absolutely fantastic record in my opinion for a right wing to get that many goals. Is quite unseen, to be honest, only in sort of the big leagues, so you don't really tend to see it in the Russian league. But anyway, let's get straight into his stat increases. We're going to give his, keep his pace the same at 86. I feel that's what he deserves. No, no decrease, no upgrade. But +2 shooting, +1 passing, and +2 dribbling, and keeping his defending and heading the same. 4-star skills, and still unfortunately keeping his weak foot at 2 because he just, he's obviously predominantly left-footed, and once we've seen him, try and attack with that with the right foot and try and score it, obviously tends to go near the corner flag, so it's obviously not the best card to use because of that 2-star weak foot, but the rest of the stats are absolutely awesome. Anyways, guys, that has been it for yet another episode of FIFA 15 Ultimate Team Predictions. Hopefully you have enjoyed the 5 predictions for today. Comment down below 5 players for the next episode and let me know what you think of the new thumbnail. I've obviously tried to change it around a little bit to avoid spoilers in the thumbnail because that is what the majority of people have been asking me to do. Get rid of the stats, of course, in the thumbnail and try and get rid of the ratings. And this is probably the best I could do, so hopefully you guys don't mind it. If you'd like me to revert back to the old style and obviously just keep the spoilers in there because it looks like a better thumbnail, just leave that in the comments. And yeah, apart from that, guys, thank you guys for watching. Follow me on Twitter @Kompany. Like the video if you did enjoy it. Let's hit 300 again. That would be absolutely awesome. Support recently has been terrific, and it really has been motivating me to try and get one of these out at least every 2 days. So thank you guys for that. And apart from that, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.